Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition, stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion? Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years
the great brother Mark.
Yes, sir. The great brother Tony.
Are we live, brother Mark?
I think we are, my friend.
We are live. Greetings, dear family. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger and servant. Peace be unto you, Abaragani, Hotep, free to land. Greetings in all the languages that our people speak. Buenas noches, sak pase, and of course, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Thursday Night Talks, which is headed up by the 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives. The 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives was assembled by our student regional minister here in the 7th Region of the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
By our student regional minister, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad, soon after the Criterion message, which took place on July 4th, 2020. And we were assembled, we were put together specifically to warn our people of a dangerous inoculation branded off as a vaccine.
Yes, sir.
As they're experimenting on us all the time.
Yep.
We warned our people and guided our people to safety with factual information. We are still guiding our people, Brother Mark, to what is best for us. We're guiding our people to right guidance through this program called Thursday Night Talks.
Yes,
Beloved
sir.
family, the first thing we want you to do here tonight, don't be stingy.
Come on now.
We want you to subscribe. We want you to share. We want you to make sure that others are informed.
Cost no money.
Cost no money. Whoa. There we go. We want to make sure that others are informed about the beautiful program that we have here tonight.
That's
and
right.
how it could be beneficial to those that are tuning in. It may inspire others to take part more in social media on a productive level rather than just simply, share foolishness, Brother Mark.
Oh, man.
Which we have to become more skilled with it. Those of us who are conscientious people, we need to be more skilled when it comes down to the relaying of information that our people vitally need.
Yes, sir.
Would you have any opening remarks, Brother Mark?
Well, just that I'm excited about tonight. You know, we the brothers are going to have an awesome program tonight. And yeah, everybody make sure you share and share this, and be free to like and share and comment and join in.
Interact.
Yeah, that's right. Participate.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to interaction with our guests here tonight. We look forward to your questions to share with them. Beloved family, we are presenting information
Yes, sir.
through the 9 ministries that were introduced to us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In the midst of the Millions More movement, he introduced these ministries to us, and this took place in 2005. We encourage everyone to do more information when it comes down to the 9 ministries. The 9 ministries are not limited to us as members of the Nation of Islam, but as they are an opportunity for us to come together and unite as a people, as different organizations and groups, individuals who want to make a difference in the community. Tonight's program, we're focusing on 2 ministries. The first ministry is the Ministry of Information.
Yes.
The Ministry of Information is the central agency which provides services that include the development of all sources for informing the public of the policies, plans, and strategies necessary for the free flow and accessibility of information, essential to an informed and empowered citizenry. This includes collection, research, and dissemination of current events, history, analysis, the publication of books, pamphlets, magazines, and use of internet and social media. It is also responsible for the development of information systems and networks to secure internal and external communications, media program development and management, and the establishment of an Office of Media Affairs and Press Secretary. And we're also broadcasting this, Brother Mark, through the Ministry of Education, as we seek to re-educate our people, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has emphasized to us that we need to be re-educated.
Yes.
So the Ministry of Education is responsible for the mental and moral development of the members of the society by means of formal instruction in a prescribed manner over a prescribed period of time, in a system of learning ranging from preschool through primary, through advanced academic levels, culminating in the conferring of academic degrees under the direction of a National Board of Education. In addition to academic instruction, students shall receive teaching and training in the way of righteous conduct, decency, and self-respect, with the goal of making a better nation of people. That is what we're striving to do, beloved family. And so, Brother Mark, you will be introducing our wonderful guest here tonight.
Yes.
Before you do so, Brother Mark, everyone, of course, notices that one of our co-hosts, Sister Khalila Muhammad, is not yet on. Well, she's not on yet, but inshallah, she will be on very soon, and we look forward to being on with our sisters in just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Carried away in introducing our wonderful and awesome guests here tonight, who I would call our gods in the area of podcasting. Please,
exactly.
Absolutely.
So we're going to introduce them one by one. The first dear brother, his brother JAKQ Muhammad. And there's a quote that I like to quote. "It is important," he says, "for me to help train up men to accept our responsibility to build our community, which would relieve Black women of the burden of shouldering our community." And brother is saying, as a Black man, he was raised by a single mother. Brother JAKQ began looking into the streets to show him how to be a man. After an unsuccessful attempt, Brother JAKQ joined the Nation of Islam. He rose through the ranks, being trained while growing to become a trainer of men and boys, and also aspiring to be a student in the ministry of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. This teaching saved his life and has allowed him to grow and give back to his family, the nation, and the community. Brother JAKQ is now a husband of 15 years and a father of 7 and a grandfather of 2. With the Nation of Islam, he has a position as a Southern Regional Trainer in the Junior Fruit of Islam class and the prison ministry. He also is a business owner in a commercial and residential roll-off service. Let's bring on our dear brother, Brother JAKQ Muhammad.
Walaikum salam.
Oh man, praise be to Allah.
Now, Brother JAKQ is just one of the 3 JAKQ brothers that we have here on the program here tonight. You're just not gonna get Brother JAKQ. Brother Mark, if you could introduce our next guest, my brother.
Our next powerful brother.
Come on.
Brother JAKQ. He is a native of Atlanta, Georgia. Brother JAKQ is a proud graduate of B.E. Mays High School. And Brother JAKQ has served in the United States Marine Corps with honors and attended DeVry and Georgia State University. Brother JAKQ is a proud citizen of the Nation of Islam, and his only real goal is to put God first and serve in this great mission. Let us add to this powerful panel, Brother JAKQ.
There's Brother JAKQ.
Yeah.
Praise be to Allah. Yes,
all
sir.
praise be to Allah. We have
brother.
A third JAKQ brother just waiting and biting at the bits to get onto the program tonight.
All right.
We have Brother Ahmed Bia, who was born and raised in my own hometown, hometown of Queens, New York. As a child, he quickly grew a love for Islam, family, electronics, education, and helping others. And that's why he's involved in the beautiful and awesome podcast known as the JAKQ Brothers. We're going to go into more conversation about their special purpose. Please welcome Brother Ahmed to the program. And there are the JAKQ Brothers.
Welcome, JAKQ Brothers. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, dear brothers, for taking time to be with us tonight. We have some questions for you, and I know you're going to have some very powerful answers for us. So I want to say to you all personally, what audiences are you trying to reach with your podcast, and what is your overall goal? And that is to any one of you.
Go ahead, Ahmed.
Well, we in the name of Allah, Beneficent, the Most Merciful, we started with the efforts and the goal to reach all of our believing family, all of our community. We set a goal to reach out and give information and knowledge to those out. As the scriptures say, we suffer from the lack of knowledge. So our vision and our goal was to give as much knowledge and information to our people in our community.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Anybody else want to add anything to that, or are y'all good to move on?
Well, assalamu
alaikum.
I mean, the brothers during that time, it was COVID when we started, and we all were in, and at the time, we had a virtual junior FOI class, which is still in effect right now. And from the virtual junior FOI class, these brothers came up with the idea to help service a broader community because we were already serving the boys, and brothers wanted to serve the broader community during a time when, everybody was in, it was panic. The minister, the Nation of Islam, we were receiving instructions. We knew what to do. The minister put us in different positions. We knew where to stay. He placed us in a safe position. And so we wanted to help the community to be enlightened and guided how we were being guided, you know, and through different means, bringing different brothers and sisters on to the program. It helped, like you said, with the Ministry of Information to get the information out where our people would know what was the safe position to take. So
Yes, sir.
with that was part of our service. And as you all say, ministry. And,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what helped forecast the JAKQ brothers.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes, sir.
Praise to Allah.
Brother Jackie, you mentioned the special service that you do with the young men known as the Junior FOI. But on a general sense, how does your podcasting aid you? I really like for all of you to comment on this. How does your podcasting, in all of your efforts, help provide alternative models of success for our youth and for the general audience? Do you have any testimonials when it comes down to the success of the podcast?
Well, one way that comes to mind when you were speaking was we invited some of the Junior FOI as host to help us host, and it was part of their training as well. You know, that they need to know that the information that you're getting, you need to figure out ways to get it out to the people. And so we, you know, as a part of training, we invited, we invite the youth to be a part of the podcast. And hopefully we want to instill in them that the knowledge that you have that can help other people, find a way to get it out to them, you know. So that was part of the way.
And you know, as Brother Jackie said, it was at the time of the pandemic, so everything was shut down, and we all work with the Junior FOI, so some of that was shut down because the mosque shut down, but we kept getting requests that the young brothers needed assistance. But what also came to our minds and our hearts was that, you know, in the Million Man March, the minister, Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, showed us that in the movies and on TV, how our Black men are being shown and depicted. So even coming together as Black men, we wanted to present to the world, not only to our community, but to the world and our families. Our children watched along as we came on the show, and they were all inspired. They were all empowered by somewhat our fearlessness of backing down. You know, we stepped up. We stepped up to the challenge. We stepped up to the plate, and we put ourselves out there as Black men, positive role models, influencers of our community, of our family. We all were working Black men. We all showed where we worked, how we were charitable to our mosque, how we worked in our community. We showed Black men fearless, strong, influencing our family and our community.
Wow, man, those two great answers right there. I can't follow behind them two.
Of course you can, Brother Kawi.
But I want to add this, that, you know, it allowed us to show the juniors that there were many ways to help with the growth of a nation. I mean, a lot of times my son would ask me, is it all about just going to the mosque and holding a post? But through the JAKQ brothers, we showed them that in growing a nation, you need to worry about finances. You need to worry about your health. You need to worry about your mental health, not just your physical, your financial health, mental health. You need to know about how to deal with blended families. You need to know how to deal with fatherhood. So it really allowed us to really like capture or educate our juniors on a plethora of topics that we probably wouldn't have had a chance to talk to on an everyday basis. So that's how it helped us.
Beautiful.
Excellent. Beautiful, beautiful, brothers. All right, let me get questions. We'll start some questions to you individually. Brother Jackie. when you were in the 7th region, you served for a good period of time as study group coordinator
I remember
for
that.
Orlando.
Yes,
I
sir.
Remember that?
Yes, sir.
How is
Never
your
forget it.
involvement in podcasting now an extension of your work in the student ministry? Because we like to think that you're still a student in the ministry.
Right. Well, you know, it's so funny you said that because in a conversation I had with brother Ahmed the other day, we were speaking of the podcast, and that was the language he was using. You know, that this is our ministry, and because of my experience as a study group coordinator, and I was a coordinator at the time that the minister took us to the farm when he wanted to retrain the nation. So I was a minister during that time, which was very critical. I learned so much. And also being under Minister Rasul, you know, he thoroughly,
Shout out to
you
Mr.
know,
Russell.
shout out
Oh,
to Minister
wow.
Rasul. You too was a witness, seeing that he thoroughly taught us, you know. And if I made a mistake, I got taught on for about an hour. But I mean, well, praise be when I look back at it,
Yes, sir.
it was so much teaching and training going on during that time that it allows us now not to make as many mistakes that we would make, especially with a program like this. You know, when we plan for our programs, when we plan, you know, the things that I went through as a study group coordinator allowed us not to make a lot of mistakes that we would have, you know, just by presenting in the wrong way or just saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. And, you know, that was part of the training, Brother Mark.
Yes,
That
sir.
it helped us, you know, that now because we're international now, being on the website, you're
Yes,
more
sir.
than just you know, local, you know, you're
Yes, sir.
international. So we definitely want to present a good image of ourselves when we represent, you know, being a FOI. You know, so
Awesome.
that's
Awesome.
one way, Brother Mark.
All praise.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's move around to Brother Ahmad.
Ahmed.
I'm sorry. Brother Ahmed. See, I
Brother,
just got corrected too. All right. Brother,
don't worry about it, Brother Mark, bro. We had this conversation every week, bro.
Brother Ahmed,
Yes, sir.
your nonprofit organization, Hope Equals Life. Can you please provide us with the mission and purpose behind your nonprofit?
Yes, sir. Well, Hope People's Life was brought out after I listened to a lecture that Mr. Ishmael had gave, and he was speaking about the youth, and their losing faith and hope in the world, and the trials and tribulations that they're going through. So as I said before, I've been working with the Junior FOI a little over 20 years, and I work with youth in the community as well.
Yes, sir.
So we established the Hope Equals Life directly towards youth, and our mission is to teach life skill training to youth in our community and give them, help them build a vision and knowledge to help them overcome obstacles and perils in life.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent.
Brother Ahmed, do you have any examples of like what kind of life skills you teach the youth on that level?
Yes, sir. Well, yes, sir. Well, we start out like even today, we are dealing with some of the teens. Well, I'm in Arizona right now, so we take them. There's a black bookstore, and we joined on with the black bookstore and 100 Black Men of Arizona, and we're helping them gain knowledge in different areas like electrical installation, plumbing. We're trying to teach them different skills, labor intensive skills that they took out of the schools. So we're getting them that. We're teaching them economics, finances, how to deal with bills, how to deal with banking and savings, everyday life skills.
Yes, sir. We need it, Brother Ahmed, because someone told me a couple months ago oh yeah, I have a bank account. Well, what is your bank account? Oh, I have Cash App. And I was like, no, sir, beloved, no, sir. And so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that we need to learn, or like we're gonna say relearn everything.
Everything.
And we can't leave any stones unturned.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
thank you for your service, beloved.
Yes.
I'm going to turn over back to Brother JAKQ. Brother JAKQ, and this really applies to all of you, if all of you want to answer this question. But the Holy Quran, excuse me, the Holy Quran states that Allah never changes the condition of a people until they change themselves. What meaning does this scripture have in your life journey? And what is the best way for one to change his or herself?
Self-analysis.
There you go. I was just getting ready to go there.
Self-analysis. Self-development, the basis for community development, brother.
That's right. That's right.
You know, man, by Allah's grace, Brother Tony, I had to learn, being under Minister Rasul, how to take correction. And
Brother Mark smiling and laughing.
Yeah, because me and Brother Mark was under that same heat, and you know, and you too,
Brother JAKQ. There was one
Brother
time.
Tony too.
Yeah, Brother Tony.
There was one time I messed up in something. I'm not gonna say what, and he just paused on the phone, and like I hear his teeth gritting. I need you to be a pit bull.
Yeah.
But he taught also the balance, like in regards to don't be so hard, because that doesn't work. You have to develop the relationship with others, with those that you are working, so that you could build harmony within the group itself.
Yes, sir. But also to answer your question, brother,
Yes, sir.
you know, when we being involved with this work, there's a narrow lane that Allah gives us.
Yes, sir.
And in order to walk that narrow lane, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
And in that discipline and sacrifice, that's the change that Allah is looking for, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Because I tried it the other way. And I'm talking about I was involved, you know, trying to make money. I was involved in different things the other way, and it didn't work.
Yes,
and
sir.
Once I made the decision, okay, well, I'm going to try it the way that Allah has given it to us. And I sit back now, you know, like in when you read the bio, I have my own business by Allah's grace and mercy.
Yes, sir.
I don't advertise. And I work every day. By Allah's grace, He gives me more work than I can handle just by word of mouth. And I know it's Him. And He give me signs. You know, I have a special relationship with Allah. So He give me signs, and I personally look for the signs. I look for the signs that He, you know, is from Him. And from that experience, Brother Tony and Brother Mark, it has raised my faith. It has helped me with my faith. And, you know, it really shows me the value of what we've been given. And it helps me to see really how it works, because it's a formula. what he giving us is a formula, bro. I don't know how the formula unfolds, but by a large way, I can see the results of it just in certain aspects of my life. With my business, my family, just my extended family, everything that we've been able to put our hands on. By large grace, I could see his hand on it, which is successful. So that's, brother. We make the changes that we supposed to make, bro. Then he will find it. He blesses whom he pleases, bro.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's my take on that.
All praises due to Allah.
Praise to Allah.
Repeat that question again, please, brother.
Yes, sir, absolutely, Brother Ahmed. The Holy Quran states that Allah never changes the condition of a people until they change themselves. What meaning does this scripture have to you personally in your own life's journey? What is the best way for one to change his or herself?
Yeah, I wanted to focus on the self-analysis as well, but something that we've been discussing lately is being in the mind of God. When we say prayer, we use certain language. We perform certain movements, and using certain language from Quran, it puts us into the mindset of God. And that's what it means to me. Even in self-development, we're striving to become one with Allah, become one with his mind. And I was telling my son that it helps you build a moral character. We could teach all day about all the different little things that's right and wrong, but if you have a moral character, if you know and you're in the mindset of God, then right or wrong can affect multiple situations, multiple conditions. And some of us are not in that mindset. So we're in error a lot until we learn. But that statement, it brings to my mind that we work hard on trying to bring our minds, not only our minds, but those that are in tune with us, to the mind of God.
All praise is due to Allah. Brother Kawi, any thoughts?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you asked that question. It was really good to see Brother Jackie and Brother Ahmed reach so deep to answer that question. We typically have these type of conversations, and I think y'all brought off something that I haven't heard in all the years that I've worked with them. So that's a very good question, Brother Tony.
Praise to Allah.
And let me say this, self-analysis. Wow, that is the perfect answer. I know before JAKQ Brothers, one of my issues were I was a major procrastinator. I always come up with great ideas, but I would never, follow through with them. And then I'll see somebody else do that which I had came up with years before. Well, I prayed about that. I had to reach deep down, and like you say, you're not gonna, a change is not going to happen with you until you put some work in. I came out the church, and all we did was we prayed for things to happen, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought things should have happened out of osmosis, but it wasn't until I got to the nation where they said put some work behind that prayer. And it just so happened around the time when we was in COVID and we were doing JAKQ Brothers, I started to challenge my weaknesses with procrastination. So if I would say I was going to do something, I was at it, and it just helped me personally develop, not only, in my personal life, but it helped me in my role with the JAKQ Brothers as well. So, that's on a personal level. So I appreciate that question. I think it was a beautiful question.
All praise is due to Allah.
All praise is due to Allah. Well, let's stay right with you, Brother Kawi, for the next question, and we'll let the other brothers chime in on the question if they have thoughts. And this question is, from your great background and experience, what is your personal definition of success, what are some essentials to achieving success? So we'll start off with Brother Cowie.
So the beautiful question, you know, I know when I was growing up, success was making a lot of money, having a big house, driving fancy cars, and you know, when you're in the lost found world, you know, having, I don't know if the finest girl, but a lot of them, right? But you know, success for me is different now. You know, just being healthy. You know, a lot of people don't know, but you know, I had a heart attack last year. I could be out of this thing. This conversation could just be between Jack and Ahmed. You know what I'm saying, carrying on the Job Brothers. So just being healthy, getting a quality night's sleep, having friends to call to check up on you. You know, having the means to take care of yourself. That to me, and of course, a relationship with the God of the universe.
Come on.
His messenger and his minister. That's success for me now. And I try to convey that message to the youth. You know, like, I know they like the videos, I know they like the fancy stuff, but I try to let them know, man, having a good wife is success.
Man.
You know, and you know, I'm constantly in prayer for that type of success.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
So
me too, bro.
And so, yeah, man. So that's what success is for me right now these days. Yes, sir.
Beautiful. All right. How about you other brothers? You want me to repeat the question? Are y'all good?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Repeat it, please.
Yeah, the question is, from your great background and experience, what is your personal definition of success? What are some essentials to achieving success?
Well, I like to say, from my background, like Brother Kawi said, I always thought, you know, finances, high, you know, status amongst your peers was success. But today, my definition of success is peace. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, put yourself in heaven at once. And heaven is a condition. Success for me is just being in peace. I don't have to have all the money. I don't have to have all the status. You know, just being in peace, just being at one with the knowledge of God and having peace within my family and my community is success for me. And to achieve that, it all comes from study, constant study and prayer, constant study and prayer. And my family, we encourage that with each other, and we every day we're studying, every day we're praying, every day we're having discussions, and that helps us in obtaining that peace.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Mark, you're going. Looks like you lost your light there, brother.
Yeah, it came back though. So, yes, sir. Can you hear me?
We still can't. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
You can't see me. I can see y'all.
And I'm getting an echo on mine.
Okay. I'll
maybe if you could.
I'll go out and come back in.
Come back in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, Brother Jackie, do you want me to repeat the question? You're on mute, beloved.
Sorry. Success. Success is peace of mind. As we have been taught, sit yourself in heaven at once. That is luxury, money, good homes, friendships, and all walks of life. Freedom, justice, and equality. The pursuit of happiness. All of that. So not too long ago, Supreme Captain was here in Atlanta. And he wanted to, you know, he met with all the junior FOI that was here. We performed for him and Mother Khadijah when they came. And he said to me, he said, the junior FOI need strong examples. See, they need strong examples in front of them. And, you know, looking in the community, when you look at our youth, looking at the boys in particular, you know, they need hope. You know, now when we're taught to sit ourselves in heaven at once, since I have started the business, I feel a semblance because he gives us the components of it: luxury, money, good homes, friendships, and all walks of life. Now,
Yes,
prior to starting my business, I've always had a good home. My wife made sure that even when we lived in an apartment, a good home, like right now we have a nice house, but we've always, since I've been married, and it'll be 19 years this year, not 15.
Allahu Akbar.
Praise be to Allah.
But
Praise be to
no, but
Allah.
she's always given me a good home. That's a component of heaven.
Beautiful.
Money is a component of heaven. You need money because money allows you to improve your conditions.
That's right.
You can make different decisions when you on how you take care of yourself. Like if they come and say, well, you need this surgery for your teeth and it's going to cost you, $8,000, instead of saying, I don't have it. Money would allow you to say, okay, well, I'll take care of that. I can get the best that they have to offer. That's important.
Yes, sir.
That's important. That's luxury. Meaning
Yes, sir.
it is not luxury just a Bentley car or something like that, but the luxury of being able to take care whatever you need to take care of when you need to take care of it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes,
And
sir.
so it's important. So success to me has, when it comes to doing for self, and you start making the amount of money that really you deserve, because you've done everything in America that America has asked. So you all deserve more than what, than what we're getting right now. So when we do for self and Allah blesses you to get more money, you're able to provide a different luxury for your family. And it's very important. I'm telling you, it's a different view, especially when you're married and you're striving to live the life of a Muslim. And it's a different feeling and it's a different peace of mind. I'm telling you. So what the minister, what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, what Master Farad Muhammad has given us definitely is the blueprint for us to live a successful life. So success for me is peace of mind, luxury, money, good homes, friendship in all walks of life, freedom, justice, and equality, the pursuit of happiness. Yes,
all
sir.
praise due to Allah.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah, brothers. Excellent answers. The next question for all of you, any of you, is regarding your podcast. What is your strategy for coming up with who and what you're going to feature?
Well, let me do that. Before I start, though, I'll be remiss, man, if I didn't give a shout out to our morning prayer line, Brother Mark.
Hell yeah, yeah.
You got to give a shout out. It's a
Fajr
beautiful
prayer
prayer
line.
line.
Unity Fajr prayer line. Yes, sir.
Yeah, beautiful, led by Sister Reva. And we have some pioneers on there, some heavy
Yes,
hitters.
sir.
So if you're looking for a prayer line in the morning, I mean, we can definitely put the information in the link. But our process is
You can put it in the private chat, brother Kawi, and we'll put it out there.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, there, brother. So look, me, brother Jackie, and brother Ahmed, we work together, but we have very different interests. And that's the beautiful thing about the JAKQ brothers. We all like we have different interests. So when we have our meetings, we'll say like, what do you want to talk about? What you want the next podcast to be? And they'll say what interests them. we'll have conversation. We get to laughing and joking, and within conversation, different topics pop up, and I just write it down. Then I rehash it. This is what I'm hearing so far in terms of what we like, and then we'll go down the different options, and it's a 2 out of 3 vote. If 2 of us agree to it, that's what we shoot for. And if we don't vote for it, we just scratch it and keep on going. And I think the process and how we come up with the shows is a beautiful process. I have certain likes for certain type of shows I like to see. Brother JAKQ have certain type of shows he like to see. Brother Achman had different shows he like, and that has been our filtering and vetting process how we come up with our content.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think Brother Carl, we hit it on the head. And we after we come up with the shows and line them up, we try to match them. Sometimes we have days where we have Holy Day of Atonement coming up, or we have some of the other holidays where we feel that we can address certain situations, and sometimes we use those as a guidance to what kind of shows we come up with. Ramadan, a new year coming,
Yes,
and so we come up with different ideas, and then we lay it out to see where we can reach out to find professionals that can come in and guide us and give us the information on our platform. But that's another part of how we come up with shows.
Praise be to Allah. Do you ever get into I'm not gonna say conflict, but interesting conversations? When no, not this one, that one, yes. How should we present this one? Do you ever get into those kind of conversations?
Very seldom. I mean, growth is painful, but very seldom, man. For the most part, we get along very well and we respect each other's thought process. So very seldom. Yes, sir.
All praises to Allah.
No, we argue all the time, brother. we argue all the time, brother. Now, what we do sometimes we do, but it's all good. It's growth, like Brother Kawi says. It's just
part of it. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And we've been together going on 5 years, so we've grown to know each other and love each other. Sometimes, we got into a little conflict. We had to bring Quran in and the Bible in to help smooth things out, and and also the funny thing about it is, even when situations did come up, some of the guests we brought on, brought a whole light to something that we may not have understood about each other. We've brought a guest in, and just after the interview, or our dialogue, we're a whole new group again. We got a whole fresh restart.
Look at that.
And learning to love each other and know each other over again.
Praise to Allah.
Now I have to ask this question: What is your most or some of your most memorable programs? Each one of you could answer that. What are some of the most memorable programs that really stuck out to you?
Wow.
Right? Brother Cow. Or Brother Ahmed, whoever wants to go first.
Well, I had a few. I remember the first one. Well, we have to give props to our first show, brother student minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad. He started us off. We didn't know this was our first podcast we got together. It was befitting to bring him on. So he started us off with his grace, and he gave us a strong interview. So we have to give props to him. But I really enjoyed Professor Griff. We had a good time. If anybody get a chance to go on our YouTube, man, we had Professor Griff on. We could have stayed on that podcast 4 or 5 hours. Student minister Ishmael graced us, and And at the end of the show, it was so powerful because as we was closing, he stopped us, and nobody ever did this. It touched me. I don't know if it touched how it touched everybody else, but he said, "Hold up, we're not closing out without prayer." And I had to look like, wait a second. Nobody ever did that to us. We closed out in prayer. It really touched me. I don't know
Wow.
about nobody else, but
Lord,
yeah, praise be to Allah. I know brother Abdul, student Imam Abdul Salam. Oh man, when he comes on the show, he brings the artifacts of the Nation of Islam. Oh brother, it's so enlightening to get that knowledge and information. And one more, well, all the mental health that we have, I love, and how to live.
That's
But
like 90 shows, like, man. You like all of them.
wait, one more though. One more is Dr. Wesley. When he comes on, he hits us. He hits us with impact that hey, we all everybody needs to go pick up their books and study it. Look, everybody, I don't know what you're talking about. We study before he come on, and then after he come on, we better hit our books because we gotta raise our level up. So those are my shows. Those are my list. Yeah.
Brother Cowie.
Well, my favorite was Abdul Malik Saeed out of LA.
Yes, sir.
Man, I really enjoyed our first interview with him in the heat of COVID. That was a good show for me. The F Team, I did a lot of work on that show, bringing a security team from Minister Farrakhan from the 90s together. I think that was the first time all of them had been on a podcast together. You know, I was really trying to get our supreme captain on that show so he can get his flowers while he lived. But it didn't happen. But I surely went for it hard. And I believe one of my personal favorite shows was Student Minister Jamil. When he came, he really
we had him and his wife on last week.
Praise be to Allah. All right, man. That was a real touching show because he kind of let it out. He kind of like really opened up his his heart, on our show. I was like, wow, I never seen it on podcast before. So those are my three favorites.
Brother Jackie.
Yeah. All of them mentioned, but one of it was the Dope Busters. Dope Busters on. And when they explain of how they actually took over Mayfair, just as conquerors, as brothers, and they planted a flag. That's big to me. I'm thinking that we have to do that right now. We have to plant flags throughout throughout the city. You know what I mean?
Brother Jackie, it set the stage for other efforts throughout the country to really take charge of our communities, our neighborhoods, and make them more decent and peaceful places to live. And right now in Miami, there are some efforts taking place, actually not too far away from the mosque here in Miami, where the FOI, as well as others in the community, but the FOI taking charge to bring peace and stability into the community, my brother. So that with that part of history, we have to really put out into the forefront.
Right.
And as FOI, as members of the Nation of Islam, we have to commit ourselves to that level of work for us to experience significant progress.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Brother Mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother Ahmed, we're going to start off with this question with you. And if your brothers want to chime in, they can as well. You have great achievements in your life, brother. In your podcast, have you ever offered any advice for brothers, both young and old, who are struggling to produce income?
Well, Repeat that question one more time.
Sure. You have great achievements in your life. In your podcast, have you ever offered any advice for brothers, both young and old, who are struggling to produce income?
Wow.
You know, I'm trying to think about that one because I produced a book. I'm an author, and in that realm of being an author and selling books, I believe I inspired. I may have inspired brothers who are struggling with finances to create a product in the book that I produced that I obtained finances from by selling. That you can create a product, whatever it is. But I created a book, and I used that to obtain finances and bring finances into my home. So that's one of the situations that I can speak on.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
All right. All right, Brother Cowie, Brother JAKQ, y'all have anything to add to that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I'm talking to young brothers or anybody that's trying to produce income, you know, it's like two conversations. You know, if you're just trying to make a couple of dollars, then I got things you could do to try to produce some money. But if you're trying to make the type of money that will take care of family, then that's a whole different conversation. So I just try to meet them where they at. Most young boys, they just want a couple of dollars in their pocket. I always, I know if you're in the Nation of Islam, I say, why not try to distribute the final call? Why not? You're working for yourself. You're getting paid several times an hour, tax free. You can go, but a lot of them have issues with that, and they want these like little $11, $12 hour jobs. So you just got to try to tell them where they can, earn some quick money. But if you're looking for careers, I have a list of careers in which you can earn monies with, right? That there's like two different lists. One list where you can earn money without college education. You just need to go to like 3-month schools and stuff like that, like driving trucks, or get like a little apprentice job. But yeah, I do have like little tad bits, a little advice I give based on who I'm talking to and what they're trying to achieve for that moment. It's not a big spiritual answer I gave, but you just talking about making some money. That's how I line it up.
Thank you, dear brother.
And yes, sir. Start a business. Make the attempt. Start a business.
Yes, sir.
Start a business. Start a business. Do for self. I work. I have a roll-off business. Roll-off, which is I have a dumpster rentals. I don't know if you're familiar with the dumpsters. You know, if you see them on the construction site, you see them in front of houses. Yes, that's what I do. I rent out dumpsters. Now, mind you, I work for different companies, Waste Management, Republic.
Hold on, Brother JAKQ. That's not the most fascinating thing about Brother JAKQ, though. But the most fascinating thing about Brother JAKQ is he has a degree in electronic engineering. That's what he went to school for. Do you hear that?
Wow.
But start a business. Now, I used to work for these companies. When I started my business, I was making, I think it was gonna bump me up to $30 an hour. So I had the choice to either stay with the $30 an hour, which was comfort, or choose Islam with that black veil and start my own business.
Yes, sir.
The minister had that choice.
Yeah.
I started my business. I quit my job. There was no plan B. I prayed to Allah, and I went to work. And these brothers will tell you, I'm always in the truck. I'm always in my office.
Yes, sir.
But Allah is in the blessing business. That's what I want us to know. Allah is in the blessing business. He will bless you.
That's right, brother.
He will bless you. But then you will start to see your labor, especially with the skills that you already have. Once you learn how to monetize the skills that you already have, you will see that your labor, even shortened, will produce more than what we give to on a job. So it's do for self, bro. It's start a business. Start a business where you are. You can start it as a secondary business. You know, you keep your job if you like, but start a business. And once you learn how to monetize the business that you start, you will see that it will replace what you make on that job, and then your life will change for you. Your faith will increase. You know, your belief in God, your work ethic will increase. The quality of your work will increase. You know, start a business and don't be afraid. Call on the God and start a business. Ask him to bless you and ask him to guide you. And then establish that relationship. Well, you should be doing it now, but establish that relationship so that you will know when he's guiding you. You know how the minister tells us, he say, well, Allah told me to sit down right here and sit at his feet and watch him make my words, bond. Now, in my mind, I'm saying, well, how does he communicate with the minister? In what way? Because his level of communication is different from what we experience, but we do have a level of communication that Allah will communicate with us.
Come on,
So
beloved.
if we establish that, then we'll know that Allah said, okay, this is the route that he want me to go. Me, brother Jackie, this is the route he want me to go, and I take that route. The brothers will bear witness. My wife will bear witness. We have to try to God, bro. Just trying.
Try to God.
Start a business. Try to God. Start a business.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes.
Allah. Thank you, brothers.
Back to the conversation of podcasting. How long did, as we're winding down this program, how long did it take for you to build the type of following that you have built on social media?
Well, we started out. It was 4 of us on the team.
Yes, sir.
And we used our collective audiences on Facebook to draw them onto YouTube and draw them onto our Facebook platform and our Instagram platform. So our idea was to keep building Facebook followers, to keep promoting on different pages of friends and families and believers on our pages, to grow our pages on Facebook, because after every show we would check to see how many viewers we had on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and we would use that to gauge how we were growing, how we were building our audience. And that's basically was and is our strategy today.
All praise due to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
And keep a good show. Can't be boring.
Right. We try to make our shows exciting. We try to bring on guests.
Engaging.
Engage. Yes, we strive to take suggestions from our audience and use that to bring on guests. We get a lot of calls from, hey, y'all should have this person on. Y'all should have this person on. Did y'all interview? We used to get a overwhelming amount of calls early in the podcast because everybody wanted to get on and give a testimony or give knowledge and information and share their story. So we used to get a lot of calls. But we take that on as well. We even set up a Gmail account for our viewers that they can send us emails with suggestions as well.
All praise is due to Allah.
Excellent, excellent. All right, my dear brothers, last question, but very interesting and critical question. Who is your favorite podcaster right now and why? And you can't say the JAKQ Brothers. Besides the JAKQ Brothers, we know that your favorite podcast is the JAKQ Brothers, but besides the JAKQ Brothers, who is your favorite podcaster right now and why? And you can go, each one of y'all, give your own answer.
You said so. You say we only can choose one.
Well,
You
if you got a
multiple.
few, you can give us a few. You know, if you can't pick one, you know.
Yeah, because I'd like to say I have to give props first off to the People Podcast for Joshua.
Yes,
He's
sir.
been-
Joshua. Yes,
He's been headlining way before us. He stepped out into that field and made it a little comfortable for all of us to get out there. I don't know if you would consider Ben X a podcaster, but
He is.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
sir.
so
Yes,
In
sir.
fact, he's one of the ones that started it all. Because
yeah,
as members of the Nation of Islam, we were really not podcasting until brothers like Brother Ben X started podcasting.
yeah.
Shout
So
out, shout out.
he's a
Special
groundbreaker. I definitely have to give him props on that. And
Yes, sir.
two more, closing the gap for their network.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
they're
sir.
spread out
Yes, sir.
to so many
Yes, sir,
different
beloved.
networks. Rockwell
Brother
Radio,
Rockwell. Yeah.
yeah,
DJ
he's
Rock, Brother Vaughn.
DJ Rockwell,
Yeah.
Yes,
he
sir.
works with us. I mean, we all came in kind of together, and he works with us strong. And and the seventh region, the seventh region.
Coalition
You know,
to help
because
save lives. Praise be to Allah.
I have to give y'all props because goal with the 9 ministries is because you have a lot of people that dealt with the 9 ministries in different mosques, and it kind of, you kind of hear about it, then you don't hear about it, you hear about it, you don't hear about it.
Yes, sir.
But instead of taking a step back, you've taken a step forward and used that knowledge and information that you have and created a podcast. And now you're able to minister the 9 ministries. I mean, it's such a bold step. So I have to give you y'all props just on that note alone.
Beloved, I'm
Praise
gonna say this. The credit there goes to our student regional minister, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad, who he came up with the idea, because when we were guiding our people to not take the vaccine in the midst of the pandemic, when the conversation was changing, we had to find something else. There are other issues that our people are dealing with in their lives. And he said, well, now we need to focus on the 9 ministries and help save lives through the 9 ministries. So special shout out to our student regional minister here in the 7th region, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad.
Yes, sir. That's right.
All praises to God.
Praise Allah. Yes,
Praise
sir.
Allah.
That's my top 5.
All right. All right. It's either Brother JAKQ or Kawi next.
Well, you know, I like the STEM files. I like those scientific shows.
STEM files, yes, sir.
Right. I have now you got me on that immunity project, Brother Mark. You really rocked that one hard, you know. So I've been rocking with him. I like Dr. Achilles' podcast, How They Live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wondered, man. You know, now that I see you on the podcast, I wonder why you don't announce or promote your show as much. You know, I never you don't give yourself the little promotion. I don't. You know, you should start doing it. This is a beautiful show, brother.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, dear brother. I need to stop being so humble and go ahead and put it out there more.
Humble, brother. That's not humble, brother. You being shy, brother.
Come on, Brother Mark.
Man, you gotta, man, brother. We got work to do.
Yes, sir.
That's
And
right.
If we don't do it, bro, it won't get done.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And we have to. I mean, brother, you know, the great scholar Kendrick Lamar said that sometimes you got to pop out and show people.
Right.
They use that word, but we have to pop out though, bro. I mean,
Yes,
we do, because we have to be successful. We must be successful. You know, we have to be examples of that. This works. This actually works. What we are part of, the Nation of Islam, this works. It works. It's real, but we have to push it.
yes,
You know,
sir.
and we have to jump out there. So I'm humble. No, bro, just go on out there, bro. And that's what the God he came.
Right.
You know, he came. He didn't send no. He came.
Mm.
You know, he came, and he now he's sending you and I. We're being sent out.
Mm.
You know, he said, "I will send saviors."
That's
So
right.
go
Yes,
on out
sir.
there, brother. Your podcast is saving. It's helpful. The 9 minutes, as Ahmed said, this is a bold step that you all have taken with taking on the 9 ministries as the theme of y'all show, bro, which is very good. Very,
Mm.
very, very, very good. It's very,
Right.
and you know, when I was thinking about it, when I was looking at your introduction, I was saying, man, we have covered shows in every ministry. You know, by Allah's grace, we have covered shows out of each ministry: health, finance,
Mm.
spiritual
Come
development,
on, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
education. We've had schools on there, so we have done the same as you all, but you all have taken it as your theme, which is beautiful, so that the
All
people
praise.
will know that the Nation of Islam have a ministry program
Talk, bro.
in
Praise be
each
to Allah.
category. So I mean, let's just go. Let's be successful.
Right.
Start a business. I'm gonna repeat that. Because I seen it on your face, Mark. You thinking about it, but start a business. Jump
Yes,
out
sir.
there, start a business. When I started my business, brother, I didn't know how to price. I didn't even know how to price my work. You know what I mean?
Beloved.
I didn't know what it cost to rent a dumpster. I didn't
Now
know.
he high. I'm
And
just playing with you, bro.
I didn't know. But once you learn that and you start working, I'm telling you, you're gonna figure it out. Allah is gonna bless you to figure it out. You will
Mm.
get customers, you know, but you got the skill and the talent. Just start a business, and then we can take what we're doing to the next level. Because we all need to be successful. That's how we show the devil.
To Allah.
But
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Jackie,
Yes, sir.
don't skip around from the question, brother. What
That's
are your
right.
favorite podcasts?
I mean, I
That's
like
right.
all of them,
Pull
bro.
it to the carpet, bro. Pull it to the
I,
carpet.
I like all of them for the simple fact that you know it takes fearlessness to even step out there to pull a platform. I mean, when we got started, you know, Brother Kadeem, if you know who started out with us, he was
Yes,
the
sir.
only host at one time.
Yes, sir.
And then when he no longer was hosting, you know, we all had to step out there and take turns hosting, which was nerve-wracking at the beginning of it. You know, it wasn't easy for either one of us to take the helm at hosting, but we had to challenge our fears. We had to challenge our fears of going out and speaking in public speaking. You know, my
Right.
greatest fear was public speaking, but because of being a study group coordinator, Brother Mark,
Yes, sir.
it helped me overcome the fear of public speaking. So that was my trial, but I had to face it. So we got to face, you know, all of the different trials that we have. You know, the different you want the traffic, you know, you want the money if it's offered to you, you want to be able to make it. You know, it's different things that we get out of this podcast, this media platform. So I like all of it, man. I like the fact that you're fearless and you're at least trying. You know,
Right.
you're doing something. You're not sitting around waiting on no mystery God to do it
That's
for you.
right.
Oh, heck no. We're on here every week by the
That's
That's
what I'm
right.
talking
grace and
about,
mercy of Allah.
And
Yes,
we
sir.
know from experience how hard that is to be on
Yes,
every week because you got life going on. We know that.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Praise Allah. So I like all of them, bro.
praise be to
Praise be
Allah.
to Allah.
Well, as we're winding down our program, you brothers could stay on. Where we have a portion of our program called the Knowledge Corner, and this is the Kalila came up with this, of course. When you gain knowledge, you gain power, and when in the application of that knowledge, that's really when the power gets exercised. And so I'd like to read the knowledge corner here. And so here we're focusing on the benefits of podcasting, a group versus individual podcaster. Um, the benefits are natural delivery. Having someone to talk to makes for a more natural delivery, and so you brothers interact very well with each other as we as the as the Seventh Region Coalition to Help Save Lives. When we interact with one another, it's very natural, and also access to ideas. You get access to someone else's ideas. You get to bounce ideas off of each other. Even when there is friction, friction is not a bad thing.
That's right.
Friction is a good thing
That's
because
right.
it forces everyone to step up and grow and find new ways of really resolving if there are any conflicts, any controversies, or it forces you to really resolve those issues. If there's love between you and those who you're podcasting, here we're dealing with a brotherhood and a sisterhood that we're building in the Nation of Islam, and so we have to put love at the forefront of what we're doing if we want it to continue, and that's in
Right.
any endeavor that we're involved in. Also, accountability. Having a set time to record with your co-hosts gives you more accountability. Likewise, excuse me 1 second. You also have brand recognition. Podcast networks handle ads and marketing, which can lead to more listeners. Networking. Podcast networks provide networking opportunities within the network. And so those who are tuning in, they're usually of similar stripes of life, and they're seeking to unite with their own, figuratively speaking, in that regards. Production and technical support. Podcast networks offer production and technical support. Data and analytics. Podcast networks provide data and analytics, access to a huge potential listenership. Podcasting gives you access to a huge potential listenership. And so that is our knowledge corner for this evening. And we want to thank you, brothers, again for coming and joining in
Yes,
with
sir.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
It
Thank you,
was
brothers.
a high honor having you brothers
Yes.
on that are making such a difference in the podcasting world in the Nation of Islam. As what we are striving to do in the Nation of Islam is bridge the gap, not just with us in the nation, but with the community at large, with our people. We want them to become more familiar with us, and for them to become more familiar with what we teach that helps transforms lives for the better, so that we could experience a greater version of ourselves. And so with that, Brother Mark, do we need to support?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We need the support.
If you brothers with the JAKQ brothers, do you have like a Cash App or something where our people could those who are tuning in could support all of you?
Yes, sir.
Can you type it in the chat or in the private chat rather? That way we could share it on the screen.
Yes, sir.
While you're getting that together, we need support for the Seventh Region Coalition to Help Save Lives, because the streaming platform that we're using, it's not free. What we're doing is a labor of love. We are working to help save lives, but StreamYard doesn't say, "Oh, that is so nice of you. We're just gonna give this to you for free." Brother Mark, they don't do that to us, do they? Brother Jackie, they don't do that. Brother Ahmed, they don't. Oh, that's so nice, but no, they don't do that. So we want you to support their family, whatever you
Yes,
can
sir.
give. Tonight, you could bless our Cash App, and of course, what we do with the funds, we help. It helps to continue beautiful programs such as this one that help save lives. That's what we're geared towards, and that's what we're going to continue to broadcast here on this particular network. And may Allah God continue to bless you all and your families. You could donate just a couple of dollars. You could, I've said this many times before, you could put 5 on it, but don't sing the rest of the song. And we thank you for your support. May Allah God continue to bless you all. Assalamu alaikum. And with that,
Salam.
let me see. Before we close out, here we go. Brother JAKQ, you sent us this right here. Let me go ahead and send it in here in this chat.
Yeah, how can they support the job, bro?
There we go. I'm gonna put it in the chat right here.
Can I get a plug on my book?
Please,
brother.
If you could go ahead and let them know where they could purchase the book, my brother.
Bilal and the Bullies. It's about a young brother who found his talent and his gift and overcame his bullies. You can find it on Amazon.com. Just type in Bilal and the Bullies.
Bilal and the Bullies.
Bilal and the Bullies.
Yes, sir.
Please support. Go to Amazon, type in, but they could just type in Bilal and the Bullies. It'll pop up, brother.
Yes,
Ahmed.
sir. Yes, sir. Amazon.com.
Yes,
Amazon. Family, let's support.
Beautiful.
All praise due to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent.
So with that, Brother Mark, go ahead and close us out, beloved.
I never closed us out before.
I know it's your first time. Go ahead and do so.
I know what I'm not getting in the words of Brother Lau.
Yes, sir.
You know, he would say something like, "We're not a club, we're not a clique, but
we're not a gang.
We're not a gang, but we are the 7th Region Coalition to help save lives."
Tune in next week, your family. May Allah God continue to bless you all.
All right. Thank you, Job Brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
salam.